one. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Reaction Squad podcast. This is season 4, episode 7, and we got Reuben, and we got our special guest for today, Devil Artemis.
Hey guys, what's going on?
How are you guys doing?
Doing good. Just trying to get through this weekend with everything getting crazy over here in California.
Oh yeah, things are going freaking crazy with the virus and everything.
Yeah.
But at least we're staying safe and doing our work as content creators.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, if y'all don't know Devil Artemis, he is one of the best people in the Dragon Ball community, and he posts very good SFM animations, like very good. And I gotta say, dude, your animations is wonderful. And I even like how you did the Kermit voice. Hey guys, Kermit Frog.
That's really high praise, dude. I appreciate that. I don't think I'm the best, but I appreciate that.
Yeah, I truly agree with that though too. You're definitely one of the best. I'm like, no other one comes to mind. Honestly, your animations are really good.
Well, I mean, there are a lot of like talented creators in the Dragon Ball community, or people who just do anime stuff. You know, a lot of my friends, they do really good things too. But yeah, I always feel like it's more so about like always trying to improve yourself. So I'm just always trying to do something better than I did last time with my episodes. You know, but a lot of the content creators, they're super talented as well. No.
Yeah, like I've noticed throughout the years, your content, your animations gotten better and better, has improved. And I think it was your the budget increase Frieza one. What was the animation that I don't want to call it? It was
I did a budget increase Frieza episode where I was like learning a new program. I had this program Blender
Blender.
Yeah, I did an animation with that instead of SFM, which is what I usually use for like my normal animations and stuff.
Yeah, Blender looked really good, honestly.
Yeah, it was. It's a little bit harder, but I learned it, and it's really fun.
It sounds like you're making me use Blender. I might do that for my Josh the Octoling series. I don't know, but like being said, guys, we'll be taking some fan questions later on in the show, but for now, we're gonna ask our personal question to Artemis. So let's get started. So the first question is for me, and then Reuben, you can ask him some other question later on. So how did you start at YouTube?
Well, YouTube, I started like a long time ago. Man, I've been on YouTube since like I've been under many different names. Because more so back in the day, I used to do like fan dubs and stuff, like anime fan dubs with my friends. And then my channels kept getting taken down because of copyright issues. You know, I was getting copyright strikes and stuff like that. So I always started out just doing fan dubs and stuff. And that's when I really started YouTube. It wasn't until like 2 or 3 years ago that I started doing like the whole Devil Artemis universe stuff. I've had the channel Devil Artemis for a long time. I've had this channel since like 2012, but I've never used it. I just used it to upload like bullshit here and there, you know, once in a while. I didn't really decide to take YouTube seriously, like as a job, till like 2 years ago. And then when I really like started doing the stuff, that's when it started taking off. You know, I started doing the Cell versus, similar to like how Team 4-Star did it. I know you guys are probably familiar with Team 4-Star.
Yeah.
Where they were using the Toei copyrighted footage stuff, and like the similar problems with what they were going through with like just using footage. It's not good in general for anyone making content. Like copyright is a huge issue on YouTube, you know, and it's easily abused. So on top of just me doing something similar to Team 4-Star, I don't want to be like Team 4-Star, you know, with this whole Cell versus stuff, because they're the inspiration behind my channel. They're the inspiration that started like the whole like Cell stuff, because I feel like my best voice, or like not really my best voice, but the funnest voice that's most fun for me to portray, the most fun character for me to portray is Cell. So Team 4-Star really allowed me to express this crazy mind that I have through these characters in my animations. And they really got me started. So like now I feel like I'm at a point where I've kind of made this universe something of my own. You know, these animations now, they have like their own lore and just these crazy like gags that I've been running through with my episodes. But I basically started just doing what Team 4-Star did, like just mimicking my favorite characters, mimicking like my heroes, my inspirations. Team 4 Star was a huge inspiration. And just other content creators, Little Karibo, these other content creators that just focus on comedy and abridging, they are the ones that really paved the way to start this stuff for me anyway. That's how I basically got started, by watching, other content creators.
That's good, man. Amazing story.
Thank you.
Yeah, dude.
Honestly, I hate the copyright. I like how YouTube is trying to like fix that. That's good because
Mhm.
I know media companies, they can just abuse it. So let's just say one media company like copyrights Devil Artemis's videos, like that, like some video.
Well,
It's gonna hurt him
the
sometime.
thing is, like, now, because I've switched to 3D animation, like, I'm not at risk to get copyrighted from these companies because I'm not really
Mhm.
using or reselling any footage. You get me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not taking footage that was made from them. These are 3D models that a lot of them are like heavily edited too. Like, they have customized stuff in it, and like I've just optimized it to make my workload less stressful and a lot faster. I've optimized my time. But a lot of these models and stuff, I have a bunch of custom model stuff made. You can't really like claim that stuff because I'm not selling anything. You know, it's not like I'm taking these models from Dragon Ball's universe or from these video games and redistributing them as my assets. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just making stupid animations, so it's a lot easier to do that for content compared to stealing someone else's footage or taking somebody else's footage and re-uploading it for your own means. Um, which again is something that a lot of abridgers and the content creators had to deal with, But it's definitely come a long way. I feel like 3D animation now has more of its benefits than just using the footage that exists already.
Mhm. But I gotta say, you improved, man. I saw like your past videos, and compared to your new videos, I gotta say, you made a lot of changes to your channel.
Thanks, dude. Yeah, I do it every day. Well, I used to anyway. When I first started, I used to upload an animation every day, but recently I've slowed down to like every other day, only because I like my mental health is also important. I can't like, I'm not a machine. I can't like fucking sit at a computer for 12 hours a day every single day and do
Yeah.
just constantly work. I need to have an off switch. I have 2 kids and I'm married as well. So I'm a father, I'm a husband. There are other things that I need to do in my life. So I've done that, and then on the side, I've taken up working with Death Battle. So I work doing Death Battle and stuff. So I do that while I do my YouTube stuff.
Awesome. We have our last person here, so let me bring on here.
Mhm.
There we go. Here's Ivan.
Hey, Evan.
Hey guys. Hey
Hello.
Devil Artemis. How are you, brother? Sorry I came late. Everybody just had to do something quickly, so I apologize for my all of a sudden, brief. You know what I mean? I'm sorry for coming in late, but yeah, Devil Artemis, man.
No
Yeah,
problem.
Devil Artemis. It's an honor to talk to you, man.
Hey, no problem, dude. What's going on? How are you?
Everything's fine, man. I've been a little better just from all this virus nonsense. I've been a little down about it, but I'm powering through it. What about you, man? Hope everything's good with you.
Yeah, everything's good. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, like the virus is like crazy. Like a lot of people just like the whole world is like on pause. It feels like a movie. It's almost unreal. But
Yeah.
it's ridiculous. But yeah.
So yeah, Ivan, you were listening to his story when you hopped in the call, how like he like improved on his content and like his story, how he started on YouTube. If you have like questions, yeah, I'm gonna be doing my question. We'll take turns.
Okay, no problem.
My next question is, how did you get into source filmmaker?
So I have a buddy named his YouTube name is The Creeps Are Real, and he used to do like SFM stuff, and he showed me like the basics of like how to get started with SFM. And then from there it's just more so like learning. So with anything, right? Practice makes perfect. So you just continue to use your program and like look up tutorial videos, and you just practice, and over time you learn new things, you connect with other animators. I know so many animators, it's ridiculous. I never thought that I'd meet other animators, but I do. Like, there's a huge community of animators and a lot of people who use SFM, and they create beautiful things. I have a bunch of buddies of mine who just create amazing things, and they work with models and stuff, and it's fantastic. But Creeps was the one who originally introduced me to this SFM stuff, and then from there it's just it expanded. Now I do stuff in Blender. I learned a little bit of Maya, and like now I'm even interested in other programs like Miku Miku Dance and like all these other different programs. But it all started with him, when him just like showing me the basics like in the beginning. That stuff is like what, like, he planted the seed, and now it's like a huge fucking tree of might.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how many like animators from that guy from Death Battle, from Animation Rewind, and all of them. Like, it's pretty crazy, like how many animators you probably possibly know, and then even work with to get even other voice actors to help you out sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to voice actors, I try not to like get a lot of people. I usually have a small circle of people that I work with. So like when it comes to voices, because for the most part, a lot of my stuff, like 90%, like 95% of my episodes are all voiced by me. I voice all the characters in my animations. So unless the video says like featuring, etc., you know what I'm saying, like a specific content creator, then all the voices in the video are done by me. Normally, if it's like a female character, obviously I'm a male, so I cannot voice a female. And if you can, more props to you, go ahead, but I can't do it. So I usually get my friend like Bulma Bunny, or I have another friend of mine, Emma Breezy. She's a really good voice actress, very talented, and like they help me out with female voices. And then I have other buddies that I could just go through for voices, like Kagi. Shout out to Kagi Films. He's one of my good buddies and stuff, and I have a bunch of other voice acting friends that help me out. But for the most part, I try to do the voices myself.
Yeah, it's awesome. I think one of the episodes I really was amazed by your voice acting skills was Cell versus Captain Ginyu.
Cell versus Captain Ginyu.
When you voiced all the Ginyu Force.
Oh yeah, I did do all the Ginyu Force. Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was like,
thank you. Yeah,
that was actually really well done. I was actually genuinely impressed by that. So yeah, man, that was great.
Thank you. Yeah, I did voice the Ginyu Force.
Like, I was like, one of my questions was like how often would you say you normally try to practice trying to voice some of the characters?
Well, I mean, all of these voices, like, I've been doing them for a long time because, like I said, I used to do fan dubs, so like I know what voices I'm capable of, and generally, like, I'm going into YouTube late as Devil Artemis, but I'm not going into YouTube late in general, if that makes sense. Like, I've been here for a while. I wasn't Devil Artemis when I started. You get me? So like these voices are already there. They've already been established. And like I said, with anything, practice makes perfect. So the longer you practice, just because you take classes doesn't make you a bad actor. So you want to take classes, you want to learn, you want to expand your skill set, you want to learn improv, you want to learn how to warm up your vocal cords, how to act properly, how to read the dialogue that's in front of you, how to deliver a scene correctly, and definitely you need to learn how to like listen to what your director is saying, right? Listen to what the person who's leading you, listen to what he's saying, and try to give them what they're looking for. Your job as the actor is to perform. So every performance is not the same. There's always something that's different, and some are more demanding than others. So it's just all about practice. If you want to get into voice acting, it's definitely a profession, and it takes skill.
Yeah, it's definitely just one of those trademarks of like practice makes perfect, really.
Yeah. And sometimes, I mean, you either have it or you don't. Like, some people just don't have it, and there's nothing you could do about it,
Yeah.
But sometimes there's a person that just comes through and they get behind a microphone, and my God, they become somebody else. So it really depends on the person.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
I actually do have a question. Now, I was gonna say, I do have a question if you mind me asking. So, like, what was one of the hardest characters that took a long time for you to voice over, like in terms of like to try to get that perfect pitch and tone just to make it sound decent? You know what I mean?
Rock Lee was probably the hardest voice I've ever tried to learn to do.
Dude, you're so good at Rock Lee. Not gonna lie.
Thank you. Yeah, dude, I've put so much I've been practicing my Rock Lee voice since like I think like since like the 9th grade.
Really?
Yeah, dude, since like high
Really?
school. Yeah, it was either the 9th grade or 10th grade. Whenever I was watching Naruto, it was like around 9th or 10th grade. But I've been
That is
practicing.
crazy.
Yeah, dude, I was obsessed with Rock Lee. I remember when I first saw Rock Lee. When I first saw Rock Lee, I think it was the fight with Gaara in Naruto.
Yeah.
And then like when
That's a
I
good
started
fight.
watching, yeah. I mean, people talk about it a lot nowadays, but with his first fight with Gaara, everybody's seen it. You know, I saw Rock Lee, and then just hearing his voice, that was also a voice that I like mimicked a lot, but it was so hard to do because it was out of my range. I couldn't do it, and now I could do Rock Lee like nothing. Guy Sensei, I am here. You know, like he just comes
Nice.
in. You know, I am Rock Lee. You know, and I just keep practicing it and stuff. But I usually need water and stuff, but it's super super easy now for me. But before it was very hard to do it when I first started. I couldn't even. He has like a very high pitched voice, and there's a very specific way, Guy Sensei. Like I don't know, the way that his voice sounds, it doesn't naturally sound like me, you know. So it was very hard to learn at first, but
Yeah, definitely. That was great.
that one was like one of the hardest. And then Roshi as well, Master Roshi. Even Cell, sometimes Cell is still difficult to do. Like when I do it for a long time, it hurts, you know. So I try not to do like I have a buddy of mine, Prince Vegeta. You know, he wanted to do like a video with Cell, but for me to do the Cell voice for a long time, for an extended period of time, like 45 minutes, 50 minutes, constantly without breaks, you know, it's very hard. It takes a toll on my throat.
Yeah, I was gonna say it takes a real strain. Like you have to take a break sometimes, drink a lot of water to clear your throat.
Because it's like to do the Cell voice, at least for me anyway, it's weird. I have to like. It's hard to explain how to do a voice. You have to like fold your vocal cords. I don't know. It's weird. It's like this little, I don't know, you go deep in shit. All the way down here. And here I am.
That's dude. I just have to say that was virtually perfect. It was just like no wonder that had to take a lot of toll after your voice, because that was like 99% perfect. So props to you on the acting, dude. But yeah, I can totally understand. Like just like, especially the ones that you really become really good at, that really takes a lot of your vocal cords. I assume like it may get damaged or you lose your voice or whatever. Because I know that that's happen, right?
There are some actors who like have difficulty who have had history of having difficulty with voices. Like, I mean, the best example for Dragon Ball, everybody knows, aside from the drama with Vic Mignogna, where he voiced Broly, but his vocal cords, I think he mentioned that like he was coughing up blood and everything. Like sometimes these voices, they demand a lot, you know. They demand a lot, and just because it's difficult for you to do the voice, again, doesn't make you a bad voice actor. It's just the voice itself is very demanding. I feel like the Cell voice, for me, for some other people it might not be that way, but for me it's a little bit straining on my voice, and it's gotten better, if that makes sense. Like now it's easier to do, but it's still not the easiest to do, if that makes sense.
It's like your vocal cords kind of slowly starting to get used to it, almost like.
Yeah, well, they're more used to it. I don't think they're ever gonna get used to it, because at the end of the day, nothing's more comfortable than just talking in your normal voice, you know.
Yeah.
But if I'm talking like, think about it, this the whole day, I mean, really, like, come on, you know, it hurts. It'll hurt if you start talking like that for 45 minutes. It hurts.
It would. It really would.
I bet.
So it's very hard, and I'm a very loud person. So I'm extremely loud. So especially during videos, if I'm doing, oh, what the fuck, you know, like that's even worse. So I'm screaming for 45 minutes with a voice that, like, you know, it's a pain in the ass to do in general. So it hurts. But yeah. But other than that, though, I still do it. I still fucking have fun with it. My buddy Unrelenting Gaming, who's another YouTuber of mine, he helps me with the show that I have called Dragon Ball Super Friends, and just all of these voices, man, they're so fun to do, and they really like allow me to express myself, but it's not the easiest thing sometimes.
Yeah.
I completely understand. And if I recall, you said someone was actually coughing up blood during a voice rehearsal or something like that.
Vic Mignogna, I think he mentioned sometime in an interview. I think he said he was coughing up blood or something while he. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he said that. Or maybe it was Sean Schemmel. I forgot. There was a voice actor who was in the booth who was yelling as a Dragon Ball Z character. I'm pretty sure it was Sean Schemmel or Vic Mignogna, one of the two. I know that they hurt their vocal cords and they were coughing up blood. and it's like because it's a demanding job. You get me? You're screaming, especially as a Dragon Ball character. Like, come on, how are you not gonna injure your vocal cords by pushing it too far? Vic Mignogno's also been open about hating the voice too because it's very like murders his vocal cords. He's the voice actor for Broly, in case those who are watching who don't know, but he was the voice actor for Broly, not anymore. But when he did do Dragon Ball Z Broly, he was, screaming his ass off. Kakarot, like, like just fucking yelling at the top of his lungs.
That's crazy. That is crazy. I can honestly say I've never heard of anybody actually coughing up blood. I mean, I know it like takes a strain on your throat, but I never heard to the extent of someone's actually coughing up blood. That I honestly have never heard of before. But it's definitely I know it's plausible, but still, I don't think it's something you hear very often, especially in terms of like how or at least in interviews, in my opinion, anyway. But yeah.
So I already gave out my questions. I guess it's Reuben's turn. So Reuben, if you have any question, then after that we get to Ivan, and then All
right. Artemis, I was wondering like for when it comes to creating your own like animation designs, you take a lot of models, don't you? Sometimes that are pre-made models, sometimes. But like,
what happened?
Oh, I thought you were gonna ask something or say something.
No. Go ahead. So you were saying,
but yeah, I was saying like I believe you take some models, already pre-made models, but I know you make some. Like you made Moisto Fista and like Super Kermit. You like made all those ones yourself.
Not myself. They're not mine. I have people who work for me, so I have like model guys. Who do things like I'll commission them to extract assets from me. But I have a friend of mine who he knows how to make assets from scratch, and like he knows how to sculpt and stuff. So that Super Kermit was like a custom sculpted body.
Yeah,
make him look grotesquely buff.
Yeah,
and just throw Kermit's head on it. That's basically what I did. So, but yeah, I have guys who usually are like the asset providers.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask like how long, like which one would you say was the hardest one to try to make? Like out of like your custom made characters.
Out of the hardest one to make, I think would have been. That's a good question. I mean, I didn't make the model, so it's not that I found it difficult to make. Most of my projects have been smooth. I haven't really ran into issues. I don't think I've had any problems with models really.
All right. Yeah, because I know I think it was also Salad and who was it? Kermit and Cell, the fusion of that one.
Selmit.
Selmit, yes, thank you.
I am Selmit. No, I can't do the Selmit voice because it's both of their voices at the same time.
Yeah, both of the voices at the same time. Yeah.
But yeah, no, the Selmit, that's like my favorite model. That I give complete 100% props to Kagi Films. This dude was like, bro, he's like, you gotta fuse Kermit and Cell and make like this weird fucking abomination Selmit. I said, I'm doing it. Fuck it.
I saw his reaction to it and I couldn't stop laughing, honestly.
He's like, I am the reason for this. I hate it. I did this. I created this.
It was so good.
So fucking funny. I love that guy, dude. Kagi's so funny.
I love your call outs, like shout outs to him, like when it was Zarbon versus Cell, and he's like Cell's calling out to Kagi.
Kagi!
Stop reacting to the fucking video and
yeah, because the thing is, see, it's genius because look at it like this, right? From a business perspective, okay, Kagi's my boy and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm expanding it more than just friendship where I'm helping his channel out too and like his Twitch as well because I send my fans his way and then likewise his fans watch the videos and then they come back to my channel to see more. So it's like this crazy like we're like helping each other, and it happens naturally. I make references like, oh, I know who he's referencing, and then they go watch that person. It's like, it's helping people out, so he's like my buddy, but like his content is really awesome. If you guys haven't seen his Twitch, you guys should check out some of his streams. He's really fucking like funny. I really like Kagi. Really good guy.
Yeah. I think he's streaming Catherine right now over there on Twitch.
Catherine?
The game or something like.
Yesterday he was streaming Uncharted. I don't know what I don't know what he's streaming today, but I know he's usually streaming a lot more now. He does Twitch, I think, full time.
Yeah, he's Twitching Catherine right now. I just checked.
Yeah, Catherine I never played, but those are his type of games. He's a very cultured individual.
Yeah. One of the things I was always curious about, what came about the idea of having Kermit being Sal's best friend?
Okay, so here's the thing. This is where a lot of things kick in, where I was like, I need something that's gonna make me unique, right? What is something that I can do really well? Oh, I can do the Cell voice. What is something that I can also do really well? Oh, I can do the Kermit voice. But these guys, what do they have in common? Nothing. One's a Muppet, the other one's an anime character. I said it's perfect. It's perfect. Perfect. They have nothing in common. Perfect. It's just what I need to start the Devil Artemis universe. The most stupidest pairing that I can ever think to just completely define my channel. When someone comes to my channel and they watch a video, my whole goal is for someone to go, yo, what the hell did I just watch? What did I just watch? That's my goal. If you don't watch my videos and like, yo, these videos are nutty, right? Then I'm doing my job wrong. I want you to be weirded out or freaked out or like, yo, what the fuck? Because then you want to see more. And because my videos are short, they're only 1 to 2 minutes long. They're not long enough to be stale. Do you get me? Or they don't last long enough for you to get bored and click off of it. They're literally 1 minute or 2 minutes. Believe it or not, as patient as you think you might think you are, humans are impatient. So a lot of people lose interest in things very quickly, especially on YouTube. So I try to keep my videos short. These videos, man, I'm telling you, kicking it off with Kermit, it was the best thing I could have done because one, it split me from the rest. Kermit is my thing. It's what I'm doing with Perfect Cell. They're the duo that I made that is working out for me. It's original. It's a Muppet and an anime character. That's an original thing for me. Okay. And it worked. It worked. It's my thing. Everybody finds their own thing, And again, that's something that like really just took off. Just they're both green, and Perfect Cell's the serious one, and Kermit the Frog is the fucking idiot. He's just completely stupid. He's so dumb. Like he's purposely lit. He's so stupid. He like I swear to God. But yeah. That's basically what I got everything started with Kermit. Freaking amazing duo, man.
Yeah, that's great. That's hilarious.
That's awesome. I was actually gonna say that, like, when you mentioned that you want people to be like, "What the f did I just watch?" That was actually my reaction, and I think my boy Reuben's reaction when one of the episodes where he was like, Kaiba attack his life points directly, and then it just cuts to some random like scene with the.
Oh, it was.
I forgot that one, but yeah, it was that one.
Wouldn't be the strangest thing I jumped off to, or something like that.
Yeah. I was just like.
So I don't remember.
It was Sal summoned like Ricardo. Something like
that.
Yes.
Yes.
Points work on his life points directly.
Yes, that one.
Yes, that one. No.
That's what it was like. Okay, I like the dude now.
Yeah, and then I showed the close-up shot of Ricardo's penis. It was great.
Yeah,
it was great.
It was. That was fantastic.
Funny thing is, in my reaction to that, the reason why I cut that out originally is the audio got messed up, so I couldn't save it. So I had to cut that out.
No, it didn't.
He was afraid to get demonetized.
He was disturbed. He cut out. He was like,
"Oh, dude, that shit is funny." I put that shit there. I put that shit there because I need. What I try to aim for my episodes, believe it or not, is just something of shock value. Whether it's like Mickey Mouse with a gun, or fucking, like Big Bird comes in and he has like a grenade launcher, or something bullshit like Elmo with the minigun. These are the type of dumb things that I come up with that these characters just appear in my show, and it's like, oh man, what were to happen if you were to go into McDonald's and like Barney's holding it up with a gun and Kermit the Frog's there screaming? That sounds like a Devil Artemis video. That sounds like some dumb shit that I would do. It sucks because it's not just talking. I actually 3D animate these characters doing these things. So that's why people come to my channel, because they see all this dumb shit going on, and it's like, this is so cringe, but in a good way. It's like I need more.
Exactly.
That's my goal anyway.
Hey man, in terms of that goal, you succeeded. Like hands down, you succeeded.
Absolutely, dude.
Thank you guys.
Like I think for me, my cringes, honestly, of your videos was Cell versus Carl.
I am Carl.
That one, I know that one.
And the Omega. Oh yeah, but everybody's laughing. You can call it cringe, but that shit was funny, dude.
It was.
I don't know what it is. It's his voice. It's the Carl's voice that made me cringe.
Kid. And then he just fucking knocks him out. Come on, dude. Those videos are gold, man.
Yeah, they're hilarious. So, but it's just his voice. Oh my god.
Nothing personal, kid. He just fucking knocks him out. Like that was the ultimate anime. He literally. In the video, he disappears and then appears behind Cell like a classic anime moment. So nothing personal, kid, and he karate chops his neck. Like that's that's like the dumbest like anime thing you could do, you know?
Yeah.
Stereotypical anime moment, but yeah.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish that eventually. I still have to make the finale for that. I haven't done.
Oh, that's right, you haven't yet. Nah.
Yeah, I always like wait out. I usually like just doing a bunch of fucking episodes and then going all out with the finales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ivan, do you want to ask me anything?
Yeah, I actually did. I don't mean to go off topic, but you said what was the first time, what was the first Death Battle episode you worked for, or like how did you like get into working for Death Battle as an animator?
So for Death Battle as an animator, I have a buddy named Duvad who told me that he was in contact with people from Death Battle who wanted to hire him to do some stuff, and they were looking for an SFM team, like to assemble an SFM team. So he got me and my buddy Dai Tomodachi, and that's it. We're the SFM team, and now we work for them. And I think the very first, Rooster Teeth has different shows, you know. So they have Death Battle, and they also have like Death Battle X or whatever. So
DBX.
The Death Battles that I've done so far, I've done a few. I can't tell you guys exactly what the Death Battles that I'm doing now. You know, the Death Battles I'm doing now, I can't tell you because of NDA, but the ones that I've done, I believe one that we have published already is Ganondorf versus Dracula from Smash Bros. Not the Smash Bros. Model from Castlevania.
Yeah.
We use the Smash Bros.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. That's why I said Smash Bros. Because we use the Smash Bros. Assets. Like we use if you look at it, Dracula and Ganondorf, I believe, are from Super Smash Brothers. Like the models themselves from old.
Yeah, they look fantastic too. I was really because I noticed like when I saw that animation, I'm like, this really looks like actual like models from actual like this looks like more of a cutscene from an actual like Smash Brothers game, but it was extremely well done. How are you able to just pull everything off? So when I actually did, I'm sorry, you just go ahead.
No, I said thank you.
Oh, no problem. No, I was like I said, it was just like whoa. I was like, wait, is this a cutscene from Death Battle? I mean, from Super Smash Brothers, or is this an actual Death Battle fight? Either way, I loved every single second of it. Like it was probably one of the best things you've ever made. So I really cannot wait to see what more you got. That was legit fantastic.
Thank you, dude. We have several episodes and stuff. They after that episode, they came back and told us to do a lot more. So like I've done a lot more. I'm doing like a lot more. So nice. You'll see a bunch of stuff as it comes out. I'll release it on my Twitter and announce it and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like you got a lot more on your plate now with working with Death Battle and doing your own videos. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, but one thing I do take pride in is like my speed. I feel like I'm a fast animator in general. You know, I upload these animated episodes, and sure, they are short. They are like 1 to 2 minutes. Mm-hmm. But those 1 to 2 minute episodes, when it comes to scripting, voicing, editing everything, and then animating it, and then post-production with the animation, right? If you want to do color correction and all the editing afterwards, right? All of that stuff takes like 5 to 6 hours to do, you know? Jeez. And if it's basically a full-time job, you know? Sometimes I will work 14 hours, like 15 hours. Sometimes I won't sleep if I have to get stuff done.
Wow.
Yeah, but usually with stuff like that, it's because like I want to get like a lot done in a short amount of time. And usually I'll push myself. Like I'll be like, okay, I'll work straight like, you know, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'll keep working. I'll work, sleep, and then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, I'll take off and I'll spend a bunch of time with my family. We'll go out. We do this. I mean, now we can't because of coronavirus, but you get the point. Like that's usually like how my type of workflow. That's how I work, you know. But it takes a long time, dudes. Like animation, whether it's 2D or 3D, animators deserve a lot more respect and a lot more patience. Like people need to understand that animation takes a long fucking time, a long time. And luckily, when I work for Death Battle, I have a longer window. Like they give me like 3 to 4 months to do stuff compared to me, where I do things daily. You know, 4 to 5 hours is a lot different than, you know, 3 or 4 months to do something. So when you go, if you guys are gonna go see my Death Battle animation, right? If you guys do see it, or if you have seen it, you're gonna notice a huge difference in quality from my daily uploads. My daily uploads do not reflect my true like animation capabilities because I know a lot. It's just the animation looks better the more time you put into it. And unfortunately for me, with the way that I know how my revenue works and like how much I need to make a month, I can't take longer to upload a video. You get me? I can't take a week or 2 weeks to upload a single video because I'm not gonna make shit in revenue for that month. So I try to upload every other day so I can make, you know, I do this for a living. It's my business, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, props again to that, dude. Like how much time you sacrifice on animating your videos. Yeah.
I mean, in general, animators, not just me, animators in general. Like, if you look at, like any animator can tell you that sitting in front of the computer or the tablet or just any screen, just working for hours on end, it's not easy, dude. It's very stressful, and you can burn yourself out very easily.
Yeah.
It's just one of those jobs where, you know, you have to have like the stamina, you have to have the will to be like sit down for a good number of hours just to get every little detail correctly. The movement of the finger, you know, the movement of the eye, just any little thing. That all these very fine detail can take such a very long time to do. So I do personally have respect for any animator, even if they're like novice animator, they're still putting work in, and I commend them for that. So, and I will say again, like when you say your true potential, I mean, I'm sure as fantastic as the Ganondorf and Dracula was, because it really was fantastic. I know that it's gonna be even better and better. So that really, you know, my respect is like tenfold from that. You know what I mean?
Thank you, dude. Yeah, it's like I said, it's sometimes it's difficult. Like people don't understand that there's like a lot that goes into it. Like, all right, let me give you an example. So you guys know Ganondorf. Are you guys familiar with Ganondorf? Do you guys know?
Yeah.
So Ganondorf has a big red cape, you know? And in Death Battle, when I had him fight Dracula and stuff, his cape has like a bajillion bones. It has like for those of you guys who don't know how 3D models work, you have the model itself, and then inside there's bones, skeletons that you can move, and that's what makes the model move. And the same goes for everything else, like cloth. So if he has a cape, the cape itself is rigged. It has a bunch of bones that you can move. And, you know, one frame you pose it, second frame you pose it, third frame you pose it, and after like 60,000 frames, you know, everything plays continuously, and bam, you have an animation, right? So with the cape, there's a bajillion bones. You don't have any idea how much of a pain in the ass it is to animate a cape. It is not fun. It is the most painful thing. That mouth flaps and just fucking like anything that has a bajillion bones, like a cape or cloth, that is a nightmare. A nightmare for animators. I hate it. I hate it so much. And like people don't understand, it takes a long time. It takes a long freaking time.
Because you have to like, you know, access, you know, you have to really show like the movement, like whether he's going like this or if he's punching and like the kid's flying this way. There's so many different angles and rolls and stuff that you have to do to make that fluid motion of a cape or cloth. So I can understand why that just to animate every single bit of that would be extremely tedious. So I agree with you on that.
For the program that I use, yeah, but there are other programs like Blender where they have like cloth simulation, and that takes all the time out of animating it because like it's simulated. So the cloth itself moves, and it's influenced by gravity in the actual engine. But in SFM, the program that I use, there is no cloth simulation, and there is no there is no gravity simulation or stuff like that. Everything is moved by a bone. So you're either moving a bone or using like a slider or something for your models, and that stuff, like I said, it takes time. You know, another reason why you should definitely look into animate with Blender rather than SFM. SFM is very outdated compared to most modern animation programs, but it's still very capable, as you guys can see. Dive like and go really balls deep into Blender because you need to. There's a few things you need to figure out with animation first, you know.
Mhm.
But Blender definitely, there's a learning curve at first. You need to learn it first.
It's like baby steps, basically.
Things. Yeah, baby steps.
It's like one of those things that you have to take a class for or whatever. And honestly, I was actually going to just mention that that's kind of what I want to go back to school for. I want to learn how to do animation. Since you brought up Blender, it's definitely something I'm going to take into consideration. Like once I actually go back to school and whatnot, because I do want to do stuff like this. So
same.
Yeah, I was actually going to say is Blender like an expensive program or like how does it work?
I'm going to be honest with you guys. You don't need to go to school for animation. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. You don't need a degree to work in these places. I've been offered animation jobs with companies and I've turned it down only because I make more on YouTube. So like YouTube is my full-time job, and technically you're considered professional when you're making money or a living off your skill, right?
Yeah.
So I consider myself a professional animator. I consider myself a professional voice actor. I do voices and animations and things for these companies, and they're displayed. Like my last video was sponsored by Bleach. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I have reached a certain level of professionalism with my animations, where I can call myself a professional. But all these things, like, over time, they start to weigh you down, and you want to make things as easy as possible for yourself. Blender is a program that you can learn that is free, but it's a lot slower. So SFM, I work on optimizing my time. I don't want to sit for 10 minutes and pose Cell every time I have to start a Cell versus video. I don't want to pose his arms folded. So, why don't I just make a pre-pose and load that up every time? Bam, I just saved myself. I just optimized my time. Oh, there's a way for me to do auto mouth flaps. I can use that instead of manually doing the mouth flaps. Sure, it might not be perfect, but that also saved me time. Dude, you can do mouth flaps for an entire episode that's like 5 minutes long in like 30 45 minutes, but I can also do it in 10 seconds if I had an auto mouth flap thing. You get me? It's all about your program. Blender is free. So Ivan, if you want to download Blender, you just have to find which version to use. Right now, the most new version, I think it is 2.82.
Yeah,
whatever.
2.82A, I believe.
Yeah, I'm using 2.81A. As long as you use 2.81 and above, you should be good. Blender is very good, and there's a bunch of tutorials. If you want to start with something easier, SFM is free, and SFM is on Steam. So you could download SFM, and there's something called the workshop on Steam where it's user uploaded content of models that you could just download and make animations with. And again, Valve themselves, the guys who made Half-Life and SFM and Left 4 Dead, these guys, they uploaded tutorials on how to use SFM, which I've watched. I've learned from watching these tutorials. So you guys can look up tutorials. It's all about learning. You have to put the time in. You have to put the practice in. And even though you watch these tutorials and even though you have access to these tools, you still might not succeed. And the reason I'm going to tell you that is because everyone's different. Some people don't have the patience to sit down and animate, so they pay others to do it for them. Or, maybe they're more creative than they are having patience to sit down to animate, and they could be scripters. It all depends on the individual. Everybody's different, But
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
absolutely. I agree.
Yeah, because for years, honestly, because I originally wanted to go to school for animation design or like video game design, because like I had such a passion for it, but I never was able to really find the right like school, I guess you could say, I wanted to go to. And then eventually technology got so much improved, especially for computers, that like you don't need to go to school for it,
I feel like the world is behind in terms of the educational system, a lot of things everybody has everybody has evolved, right? The world is a lot more focused on digital nowadays, but the educational system is something that like you don't need to go to college anymore. You know, you don't need to go to college anymore to be successful. And people could probably say that like, oh, you know, he's saying this because he's a YouTuber and this and that, but I'm telling you, it's not true. You don't need to go to college to be successful. Nowadays, look at how everything is now, right? Everyone's freaking out because their jobs have gone to crap because people have to stay home and people can't work. I'm telling you, a lot of these jobs can be done from home. Okay,
Yeah.
you can work from home. It's possible. Animation is one of those things where it's like when all of this went down, nothing has changed for me. I'm telling you, I stay home as it is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So like you're gonna be working from home constantly, but you don't need a college degree. All you need to know is learn your program. So download Blender if you're gonna learn Blender, or download SFM and just practice. Just learn your program and self teach yourself. Okay, be self taught. Look at videos, practice. Look at other animators, and don't be afraid to ask questions, because the number one way to learn is if you ask a question. If you don't know how to create a fireball effect, ask someone who could. You know, ask someone who knows how, or look up a video how to make a fireball effect in Blender, how to make fire in SFM, how to do this. You know what I'm saying? It's simple.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
you just
Like
have to
definitely
put in
like
the time.
yeah, exactly. It's like definitely one of the things you could just do nowadays. You could just YouTube search anything you really want to like learn that you and the moment that you want to learn it, and it's there.
Of course,
Exactly.
information is in the palm of your hand. You just open up your
Yeah.
phone and you could learn anything in seconds. How many times I need to do something, and like if I don't know how to do something, I just look up a YouTube video to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
It's super simple. So you could do something like that and just teach yourself, and before you know it, you know, through practice and through repetition, as is everything, right? You will see improvements. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Same goes for artists. If you draw something every single day for a whole year and you save all your drawings, whether you have to finish your drawing every single day, but if you draw something every single day for a whole year, by the time that year ends, if you compare your very first drawing with your last drawing, I'm telling you, you're going to see a difference. You can draw the exact same thing every single day for a year and you will notice a change. It's all about practice.
I agree with that. As an artist myself, like I'm always trying to push myself to draw, like, because I'm mostly like into still life when it comes to drawing, like when it comes to sketching, because I'm not that best of painting, but I do know my color theory. But it's like I'm just more of a sketch artist too. So, but it's like if I really lately, like when I was in high school, I like to work on like flowers or nature stuff like that. I've been trying to work on faces, and ever since then, I just did a few things on faces, and okay, I just have to learn how to draw the line to where the eyes may be, the nose, the bridge of the nose may be, and over time, if you keep doing that, you're gonna get it over time. So I completely agree with that. So if it's a skill that you may have not learned when it comes to art, you never know. Like art is like you don't necessarily have a talent for, but if you do have a talent for, you kind of pick it up fast, in my opinion. So yeah, I totally agree. But I've worked on programs before. I've worked on Photoshop. I worked on Dreamweaver. I worked on InDesign and Illustrator. Obviously, they're not to the extent of like animation, but I do know my computer graphics and stuff like that. So I feel like I could make something out of it, but it's still gonna take a while to learn. But I totally agree with you on that.
It's cool that that you do art, man. It's definitely something that you know is relatable. You can look at it and be like, I know what you're talking about, which is good.
Yeah, man, I love it. I've been an art guy ever since I was growing up. So it's like I still want to do something with it. I haven't thought about it in a while, but I still hope to like do something with art because that's the gift God gave me. I might as well just use it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I agree.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry if I look a little bit laggy. I'm really sorry. Something's wrong with my internet at the moment. So, do you guys have any more questions?
What was it? Okay, I remember one. One of the questions I was wondering for your cell versus like your Devil Artemis universe and everything was which one would you say is your best reoccurring theme? Like, is it Uganda Knuckles or like All for One versus like stuff like that? Like, which one would you say is probably your most favorite?
Like my best running gag.
Yeah, pretty much.
My best running gag. I'm not really sure. I have so many. I have the Zarbon moan. Where he's like, ah!
Yeah.
Then I have the Kermit going lit. Every time somebody dies. Then I have All for One with an even more devastating, unforgivable plan. And like he's always having this.
I like that one.
Yeah, always dumbass plan. And then there's Shallot. I'm a furry, Like saying something, There's Shallot. There's that one. And then there's I know for Super Friends I used to have one where Frieza was always like, "What the fuck, Sabon?" There's that one. I hardly use that one anymore, but there's that one. What other one do I use? Oh, Cell. That thing. Yeah.
I love that one the best.
Yeah, that one. He always has like his dumbass shades on. So
hello.
yeah, there's that one. Yeah, and I think like that's it, really, the running gags. One of my most popular stuff was like obviously the Ugandan Knuckles, where Ugandan Knuckles was like a big meme with VR chat, and then I did Perfect Cell versus Ugandan Knuckles, and I did a bunch of parts of that. But he's always gonna be an iconic character on my channel. I only bring him out because my fans start bugging me about him. It's like, Artemis, it's been like fucking 8 months since you used Ugandan Knuckles, man. Let's go now. We want more Ugandan Knuckles content. I'm just like, fine, fuck, here.
I will say it has been a while since you used Ugandan Knuckles. I will say, but
I did the budget increase Ugandan Knuckles.
Yeah,
and ever since then, I did like the whole like Corona joke. Corona, because his whole thing was Ebola when he first came out, but now we're going through the Corona shit. So now he just has like I have ascended to a new power, my Buddhas. Corona, and like now he has a coronavirus. So he transforms like all you see is like the aura blow up around him, and you see I actually got a picture of the virus of coronavirus just flying around, but. That's like the dumb shit that I do just for my fans because they, they'll ask like, "Oh, we want to see Ugandan Knuckles." Another super popular thing that blew up that was actually in a Markiplier video was Spider Kermit. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
Oh yeah.
Bro, that was my favorite.
Yo,
I honestly don't think I've seen that one before.
You never seen Spider Kermit, dude? With great power comes great big booty bitches.
Yeah.
Okay, I vaguely remember that, but
there's that one. That shit was even in a Markiplier video, dude. And like a bunch of videos. Yo, that video went viral. That shit was all over Instagram. That shit was all over fucking Facebook. Spider Kermit was probably the most lit thing I've ever made. That model that's like one of my favorite models. Besides Super Kermit, Spider Kermit is my second favorite model.
That's freaking great.
That I have. Yeah.
Bro, that Spider Kermit video, the first episode, I just showed it to my friend and they started laughing.
Yo, Spider Kermit definitely legendary. I try to include him in stuff. He's Kermit, so he's stupid, Have no fear, Spider Kermit is here. I even made a theme song, dude. I have a freaking theme song for him.
Really?
Dude, I literally only featured it once, like during an outro, but I swear to God, I parodied like the 90s Spider-Man. I don't know if it was the 98. I don't remember. It was the old classic TV Spider-Man theme song where it's like Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So I can find it.
So now it's just like Spider Frog does whatever a Spider Frog does. Like can he swing from a web? No, he can't because he's a frog or some shit like that. I don't know.
Does whatever a spider frog can. He drinks some tea. He's still rich, even though he lacks a dick. Look out!
Even though he lacks a dick.
Well, he's a Muppet. Muppets don't have penises. I mean, come on. So, I try to keep the shit canon, okay? He may be Spider Kermit, but he's still Kermit. Fuck. So I have to make it known in the song for shock value, okay?
That's what I loved about the Cell versus Emo Kermit when Kermit points out we were made in a factory.
Yeah. Fucking content. It's content. It's like I don't understand. Every time I go on his channel, he's talking about penis. It's weird.
Like, I love your stuff with Kagi, like especially with what was it, Kermit with the C.
Oh, Kermit with the C. That is the best, dude. So
Yeah.
Kagi has this genius idea where he's like, dude, we should make like this evil fucking twin for Kermit. I'm like, bro, let's give him a mustache. Dude, fucking genius. It is the dumbest shit because it works. They're literally the same character, but one has a mustache. And recently, I upgraded his mustache. Recently, I took the mustache off Super Mario from Super Mario Odyssey, and I just put it on Kermit. And that is now Kermit with the C.
Nice.
Kagi pointed out the shit out of that in his reaction to it.
Yeah, he did. He was like, hold on. He paused it and everything. He goes,
Yeah.
did you fucking budget increase Kermit with the C? It's like, he didn't even change anything. All he changed was the fucking mustache.
Yeah.
It's true. This man's mustache looks luscious as fuck now. So
I'm trying to remember what he called me. He said Kermit with a Q.
oh no, he was saying, he goes like, Artemis, you should make a third brother, Kermit with a Q. And I was like, I'll think about it. Maybe I'll make like an adopted brother or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, that'll be funny.
Yeah.
That sounds great, actually. Definitely consider that, because that sounds amazing.
Yeah. We'll make like the Kermit Bros, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it sucks that Kagi can't play the voice of Shallot because of legal reasons for Dragon Ball Legends. But like, do you voice Shallot
Do I voice Shallot in my videos?
in your videos? Yeah.
Yeah. In my videos, yes.
Okay.
Kagi cannot voice Shallot in my videos because legally he can't. He's
Yeah.
he's the legal real voice actor for Shallot, so he can't
Yeah,
voice
exactly.
Shallot outside of the Dragon Ball licensed property. But I do voice Shallot in my parodies. And like sometimes I usually rip on Kagi as Shallot, or
You rip
I'll
him
do
so bad.
Dude, no, but listen. What some people was like, yo, does Artemis hate Kagi or do they have beef? I don't have beef. Yo, Kagi is my boy. It's just that's my like we rip ass on each other as a joke, you know?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like when Kagi says Artemis, I fucking hate you. He doesn't really hate me. That motherfucker loves my content, and you know he does. But he's saying it because it's content, guys. You know, it's
Exactly.
Yeah.
I always tell people, Devil Artemis is just a personality that I portray. My real name is Brandon, and I'm just a normal guy. You know, I have 2 girls. I like Dragon Ball, I like anime. I play video games. I'm into comic books. I'm a nerd. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just a normal dude. Devil Artemis is just this crazy persona, this crazy character that I want people to look like, yo, Devil Artemis, that motherfucker is a psychopath. You know, like I want people to think of like this guy, like, yo, he has crazy content that you genuinely enjoy, not in a bad way. You get me? Like you don't see his content be like, yo, this content's crazy in a bad way. Like it's just stuff that you look forward to seeing. I just want to make people laugh, you know. But at the end of the day, I'm just a normal guy, you know. Devil Artemis is just a character that I portray. I don't want people to think that he reflects, or that Devil Artemis, this character, reflects my personal values. You know,
Yeah.
I'm still respectful to people. You know, I was raised by a very religious mom. I try to do right by people, even though I do raunchy style comedy. Believe it or not, it's unfortunately for me, it's just one. You know, I'm guilty of it. You know. My mother was always this type of person who was super religious, and I always found I just had a sense of humor for dark stuff, you know, or like stupid shit.
Same.
Like, dude, Family Guy.
Yeah.
A lot of people will shit on Family Guy because they think it's dumb, but I think like early Family Guy was like prime comedy.
Oh,
You know,
heck
it
yeah,
was,
it was.
yeah.
Yes.
Some of the
Absolutely.
stuff from Family Guy, like early on, or like Robot Chicken, that shit is fucking like gold for me.
Yeah.
And my favorite thing that Family Guy has ever done, there was this one episode where they mimicked Disney, and the entire animation style changed into like a Disney style. You have to see it.
Yes, I remember that episode. Yes.
I remember, yeah.
I don't look it up now because it's offensive, but
Yeah.
trust me, when you go see it, like Family Guy really went above and beyond to do something, and it was fucking hilarious. But again, just because I found that funny, it doesn't reflect my values. You get me? Like I'm still I'm still respectful. You know, I usually try to respect other people's, as people. I try to see them as people.
Yeah,
Of course.
When I first started in this community, I didn't feel like I started correctly, where I was I was insensitive of other creators, and over time I've learned that you have to improve yourself as a person. Everything is a learning process to trying to improve as a person. So now I'm actually very proud of the person I am now than when I first started. But this Devil Artemis thing, he's just it's just for laughs, where there's no beef with anybody. I'm friends with everybody in the community. Kagi is like a really good friend of mine. Umberline Gaming, Prince Vegeta, all these guys, Boma Bunny, I'm cool with everyone,
Yeah, they're all
That's
great.
cool.
I love all of these content creators. They're all fantastic. I don't have any issues with anybody. And especially like Team 4-Star. A lot of people was like, oh, Devil Artemis steals from Team 4-Star, or he's just a ripoff of Team 4-Star. And it's not,
What?
they Team 4-Star hates Devil Artemis, and like there's like a lot of things like that's not true. I have a really good relationship with the guys at Team 4-Star. Scott is amazing, and Taka, they're awesome. Like I'm telling you guys, these guys are really polite. And I have tried to separate myself from that image of like trying to rip off Team 4-Star, because I feel like I don't do what Team 4-Star does. I've included Kermit and like all these weird, crazy ass characters, and this whole concept of just Cell at the Cell games. The Cell games is a concept from Dragon Ball, which wasn't really original from Team 4-Star to begin with. You get me? Like this whole series is based off Dragon Ball, it's Toriyama's. You get me? So that I just took and I just changed it. It's like, okay, well, it's not based in the Team 4-Star universe. It's just Cell dealing with a bunch of fucking crazy crackhead versions of characters. Think of the Cell games, but every episode is a Robot Chicken episode or something like that.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So that's basically what I wanted to do with just a familiar concept. The Cell games, that's the easiest thing, and that's that. It just went from there. And like Team 4-Star, these guys are amazing. I love them. Like Scott is so nice. I cannot explain to you guys how nice this guy is. And Taka is awesome as well. He plays Nappa, and he does Cell as well. And
oh yeah, he does. That's right.
Yeah. So he's awesome too. He's like my favorite. I fucking love Taka. He has amazing energy. Like when you're in a call with him, his energy is like more intense than mine. I feel like his energy is like really fucking heavy, and I love it. It's so good. So he's really cool. But these Team 4-Star guys, man, I have a really good relationship with them, and I support them 100% with all of their future endeavors, because they want to get away from the abridging stuff.
Yeah.
And now they're doing like unabridged. I think they released episode 3. I think it was today or yesterday. I'm not sure, but I haven't watched episode 3. I think it was 3, but you should definitely check it out if you guys haven't too.
Yeah, definitely not. Like
Definitely.
I saw the video Team 4-Star put of them like announcing that like Dragon Ball Z Bridge ended. Like, it's disheartening as a fan, but I understand. Like I can't imagine the pressure they went through all the time with those copyright strikes and all that.
Yeah, dude, can you imagine building a channel and one day you just wake up and your channel's gone?
That's horrible.
I don't think it matters if it's your Team 4-Star. I think if you're a content creator in general and you just work hard, because look at these guys. Literally, if you look at their last video, you can look at Scott's face, okay, and you can see the emotion in both of them, okay. It was both Kaiser and Lanny. They were both in the video. You could see the emotion in their face of how much this series meant to them. Can you imagine having so much love and so much passion for something that you have dedicated, over like 10 years to this project? And just like knowing that the company is always constantly trying to take you down. Like imagine just your channel just being taken down. Like they have people that work for them. Like like he explained in the video, I don't want to repeat what he said, but they have people who depend on them for a living, and it's like they're a company now, and they do a lot of big things, and it sucks to think that as a content creator that any second something that you love can just be gone. Imagine spending so much time and your channel's gone, dudes. That would suck.
I imagine that quite a bit. It's horrible. Like I started YouTube like just under a year ago, and the response I've been getting, which is fantastic, and to see all that hard work go away, it was like I would never touch YouTube again. Because like all that hard work is like I don't want to recreate all that again. You know what I mean? So I totally get it. It must have been very heartbreaking for them. Like I would imagine them just crying off set or whatever, and they would have the right to, because it's heartbreaking. It's devastating. You literally spent over a decade doing this, and now to let it go, it's just like,
when
I mean?
When their channel was taken down, they got it back. But it's not to let it go. It's now is the time that I think is right for them to let it go. It's now it's the Team 4-Star did something for Dragon Ball that has never been done before. Okay. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, if Team 4-Star didn't exist, Toei should be grateful, because if Team 4-Star didn't exist, Dragon Ball probably wouldn't still be as popular as it is today if it weren't for them. A lot of people were introduced to Dragon Ball through Team 4-Star, believe it or not. Okay?
I agree.
You have to realize that they thought Dragon Ball was funny as hell, and then when they look at the original series, they're like, hey, like the original series is pretty lit, but like Team 4-Star did a lot for the series, man. These guys left it with, they gave it 100%. They showed it the love. They never dropped the show in quality ever. They never let it drop in quality.
Absolutely.
They showed all the love to it that they could, and they stuck by it, and they were consistent. They never just stopped halfway. They did it. You get me? They finished it. They did it to the Cell games. They did it through the Cell saga. Everybody put in 100%, and it came out amazing.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, man. So it was awesome asking you questions, man. Thank you so much for coming to this interview. We really appreciate it.
No problem, guys. Thank you
man,
guys for having me.
Yeah, man, you're a great dude, man. Great content creator and a great person, man. It's really an honor to meet you, man. Really.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Huge fan of your videos, dude. Like, I love your videos. You know that for sure, right?
Thank you, guys. Yeah. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. Just keep doing what you're doing, man. Don't let nothing hold you back. That's all I'm gonna say. Because,
Well, I'm not gonna let anything hold me back. I'm going to try to push forward and always improve myself. And that's something that you all should want to do. Definitely try to improve yourself on something, even if it's little things. Damn it, I saw something and I forgot who said it. I forgot who said it, man, and I'm gonna feel stupid. But one person said, I think it was, damn it, it was on a talk show, and I forgot who said it. But this person said, you lay down a brick, and then you lay down another brick, and you keep laying bricks down, one brick at a time. If you want to build the wall, you don't just build the wall. You build brick by brick, and eventually you have a wall. You get me?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? If you want to obtain something and you want to make something, it's like, oh, I want to build a wall. That's cool. You can do it, but you don't just place a wall down there. Step by step, stone by stone. Do it. If you place a brick as perfect as you possibly can, a single brick, and you repeat that process, okay, every single day, or you do it multiple times, before you know it, you will have the perfect wall, because every single individual brick was placed there perfectly. Take your time and build yourself up as a content creator. Improve your skills with the graphics, improve your video editing, improve your scripting or your workflow, and everything will add up together. And over time, overall, there will be improvement. I'm telling you, it's all about improvement. Just do that. And that's my message to you guys and every content creator out there.
Preach, brother. Preach.
Yeah, that was great.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to head out. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. Anyways, we're gonna wrap up this episode. Thank you all so much for watching this awesome episode of the Reaction Squad podcast. If you guys like it, make sure to leave a like. Make sure you guys subscribe to Devil Artemis. Link in the description down below. Anyways, we'll see y'all in the next episode. Bye bye, everybody.
Stay awesome, everybody.
Bye, everyone.